Welcome to The Explainer. Let's jump right in, because if you're scaling a business, today's topic is absolutely crucial. We are tackling the APOB. Now, if you know me, you know I'm slightly obsessed with taking tangled bureaucratic messes and turning them into clear visual systems. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. By the end of this explainer, you're going to have a rock-solid blueprint of what an APOB actually is, how it functions, and why it's a total game changer for your compliance network. So, what does APOB even stand for? It means Additional Place of Business. I know, it sounds like just another dry piece of admin jargon, right? But it's actually incredibly physical. Think of it like an architectural blueprint. It's literally the floor space, the walls, the physical footprint of your growing company that founders and ops managers have to deal with every single day.
Here's a quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll decode the acronym, diagnose your actual physical spaces, hit the 5 big operational triggers, trace the compliance paper trail, and then we'll pull it all together into one master blueprint. Right, let's get into Section 1, decoding that APOB acronym and laying our foundation. The whole concept really hinges on this definition. An additional place of business is basically any location besides your principal, main office, where you conduct physical or administrative activity. I really want to hit hard on the word any here. If work is happening there, it falls under this umbrella, period.
The easiest way to picture this is like a hub and spoke model. Right there in the center, you've got your principal office. That's your nerve center. But as you scale, well, you inevitably branch out. Those smaller nodes connected by the dotted lines, those represent any physical spot where secondary activity happens. Those are your APOBs.
Now, when we put the main office side by side with an APOB, the sheer scale of the paperwork really starts to show. By nature, your main office is singular, right? It's just one primary hub. But your APOB, that represents an infinitely scalable network. Functionally, your main office is your default legal address, while an APOB covers secondary sites, places for storage, services, inventory, and here's the kicker. Under documentation, while your main office is your default, every single APOB requires explicit declaration. We're talking VAT and GST registrations, specific licensing, banking forms. It is a pretty heavy paperwork reality.
Okay, Section 2. Let's take this theory and use it to practically diagnose your physical spaces.
I've got a direct question for you. Is your secondary space officially an APOB? Take a second and actually think about your own business setup right now. What about that extra rented space you use, maybe 2 days a week? Or that small storage unit you grabbed across town? Does it legally cross the threshold? It is wildly easy for a scaling company to organically bleed into new spaces without even realizing they've triggered a massive formal compliance requirement. Let's run a quick diagnostic test to find out. First step, do you use a physical space outside your main office? If the answer is no, you're good. Stop there. But if yes, ask yourself this. Does operational, storage, or admin activity happen there? If yes again, well, congratulations, or, maybe condolences to your compliance team, because you have just officially confirmed an APOB.
Moving right along to Section 3, the 5 operational triggers.
I like to call this the Rule of 5. It's a super handy checklist you definitely want to keep in your back pocket. A location legally becomes an APOB if you do any of the following things there. 1. You operate machinery. 2. You store goods. 3. You provide services. 4. You maintain inventory. Or 5. You conduct administrative work. Literally, if even one of those things happens, boom, the trigger is pulled.
It really clicks when you visualize these triggers inside a real building. Picture a cross-section of a typical business. On the ground floor, you've got machinery running. That's trigger 1. Up a level, you're storing goods on pallets. Trigger 2. Down in the lobby, maybe a front desk providing services. Trigger 3. Shelving in the back room for inventory. Trigger 4. And an admin desk up on the top floor. Trigger 5. Doing any of this outside your main HQ, you've got yourself an APOB.
Which brings us to Section 4, the compliance paper trail, or the real-world consequences of those physical triggers.
So the dual reality of an APOB is that physical structures demand a legal paper trail. Opening up a new warehouse, a retail spot, or a branch office, it's not just about unlocking a door and turning on the lights. That physical footprint directly creates the need for documentation. It branches out into tax registrations, new business licenses, and updated compliance forms. Simply put, the building generates the paperwork.
Finally, Section 5. We are synthesizing the master blueprint.
Look at how beautifully this all comes together. Right in the center is your main office. Radiating outward, you've got these different structures, and each one has its own specific trigger and required action. Storing goods in a warehouse? That triggers updated tax registrations. Providing services at a retail outlet? You're going to need business licensing. Admin work at a branch office? Time for updated banking forms. It is all one interconnected legal web. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown helpful and want to keep mastering operational frameworks just like this one, make sure to hit subscribe on the channel right now so you never miss an explainer.
As we wrap up, I want to leave you with one final, slightly provocative thought. How many unmapped operational spaces are secretly hiding in your network right now? Think about it. Are there storage closets, remote admin desks, maybe secondary service locations that you just haven't properly documented yet? Take this blueprint we built today, map out your own operations, and close up those compliance blind spots. Thank you so much for hanging out and learning with me today. Remember to hit that subscribe button, keep your operations beautifully structured, and I will catch you in the next explainer.